Law firm cyber or data security should really be a top priority for any legal practice, no matter what size they are, whether it's sole practitioners, small, medium-sized, large firms. It really doesn't matter. And here's why. Clients entrust you with their most confidential information. Since clients entrust you with that information and their most sensitive data, law firms make prime targets for cybercrime. Actually, in 2021, a cybersecurity tech report highlighted that 26% of law firms experienced a form of data breach, and you don't want your law firm to become part of that statistic. I mean, you've really got one job. That one job is not to mess up when it comes to compliance and data security. No firm should think that just because you're a small firm that you're immune to cyber attacks. If you're too relaxed about this and your data gets breached, it renders everything else irrelevant, really. If something happens, you simply can't trade. So, not to mention brand damage once, or even if you get back up and running. I know that might sound like a bit scaremongering, but the consequences are real. One of the most important parts of our job as a software provider who shares responsibility for keeping law firms' data secure is to explain what we do, what the threats are, how attacks work or have worked, why our recommendations are important. Law firms need to know about real consequences and solutions to help mitigate those threats. And actually, in March 2022, we got a real life example. The ICO handed down a fine of almost £100,000 to a criminal law firm whose IT compliance was just found wanting. It suffered a ransomware attack. Law firms have both a moral and legal obligation to protect their clients' personal and sensitive information. And at this moment, right now, it's more important than ever that law firms up and down the country, no matter their size, are vigilant and remain compliant with their obligations. Again, you've got one main job: protect your client's data. This is the one job that must not and simply cannot be ignored. Well, I think we can start with cloud server security. Two-factor authentication adds a second layer of security to your server login. So verifying your identity using a second factor like your phone or any other mobile device prevents anyone from logging in, even if they find out your password. Backups is another one. Whether you lose your device or your target or the ransomware attack, it's smart to regularly back up your firm's data to be secure, encrypted in an encrypted location, so you'll still be able to access most of your data. Our Amazon S3 backups ensure we always have an isolated backup of your data. Antivirus, you can stay protected with our reset antivirus, scanning mailboxes and server applications. It reduces the chance of downloading malware or Trojans, basically anything bad. And mailbox protection, multi-factor authentication, or MFA for short. You might hear that banded around, that terminology, and it's something that you need to be absolutely laser focused on. It adds a layer of protection to the sign-in process. When accessing your mailbox, users provide additional identity verification, such as in some cases scanning a fingerprint, or just as simple as entering a code received by your smartphone. Is it a pain to add these things into the mix? Yes, it is. It can be frustrating, and it can take up a little bit of time, but it's absolutely worth it to keep your business and your clients' data completely secure and compliant. Most people watching this are not data experts, tech experts or security experts. You practice law, and with that in mind, one of the easiest things law firms can do is put their data in the hands of experts. Off-site cloud servers are encrypted, protected, and have teams of people like the team at Denovo ensuring their security. And in my opinion, this is underutilised in the legal industry. Most importantly, educate yourself and your team and start to expect everyone to have a sufficient understanding in cyber data security matters. Security in the digital world is a conscious effort for every employee, not just IT. and not just your software provider. Law firm leaders need to hold everyone on their team accountable for cybersecurity, just as they hold everyone accountable for the bottom line, customer service, legal work, and other mission impacting activities. And if your team don't have the experience they need, intentionally give it to them and reach out to experts like De Novo for help.